The Amalgam Universe. The Amalgam Universe is an intriguing result of a crossover between Marvel Comics and DC Comics. It was a universe where characters from both comic giants were combined to create entirely new characters. Let's delve into its history, the characters, and the storylines involved. History. The Amalgam Universe came about in the mid-90s, during a time when both Marvel and DC were interested in collaborating on several projects. This culminated in the 1996 event known as DC vs. Marvel, Marvel vs. DC. Over the course of this 4-issue miniseries, superheroes from both universes squared off against each other. Due to external manipulation, heroes from both universes are forced to fight, with the outcome of several battles being decided by fan votes. By the end of this crossover event, the two universes are temporarily merged by two cosmic entities representing each universe, the brothers, leading to the creation of the Amalgam Universe. This new universe had its own set of comics, where the combined characters had their own histories and stories. Characters. The Amalgam Universe combined some of the most beloved characters from both universes into unique hybrids. Here are a few of the notable Amalgam characters. Super Soldier, a mix of Superman, DC, and Captain America, Marvel. Clark Kent volunteers for a super soldier experiment during World War II and becomes Super Soldier. Super Soldier is one of the most iconic characters of the Amalgam Universe. As the amalgamation of two quintessential American heroes, Superman, DC, and Captain America, Marvel, the character embodies the essence of patriotism, heroism, and justice. Real name, Clark Kent. Origin. The Super Soldier's origin story is a clever fusion of the backgrounds of both Superman and Captain America. Like Superman, Clark Kent is the last survivor of a dying planet. His parents, Jor-El and Laura, send him to Earth in a spaceship to save him from their planet's destruction. Upon landing on Earth, he's discovered by a couple, the Kents, who adopt and raise him. However, instead of growing up with powers from the Earth's sun, as is the case with Superman, Clark's powers remain dormant. As World War II looms, Clark Kent enlists in the Army and volunteers for an experiment led by Project Rebirth. The procedure, trying to recreate a lost super serum, uses a combination of the formula and energy from Clark's ship, which activates his Kryptonian abilities. The procedure transforms him into the Super Soldier. Super Soldier goes on to fight against the Axis powers during World War II, wielding a shield made from a combination of indestructible material and his ship's energy, a nod to Captain America's iconic shield. Appearance. Super Soldier's costume is a blend of Captain America's uniform and Superman's iconic suit. He dons a blue suit emblazoned with a white star on his chest, reminiscent of Captain America. Red and yellow accents, mirroring Superman's colors, are present on his belt and shield. The shield, as mentioned before, not only represents Captain America's tool of choice, but also has the symbol of the House of El, Superman's family crest, on it. Powers and abilities. Super Soldier possesses the superhuman strength, speed, agility, endurance, and invulnerability of Superman. He can fly, has heat vision, and super breath. Due to his military training, Super Soldier is also an expert hand-to-hand combatant, and he is adept at using his shield both defensively and as a weapon. His Kryptonian physiology, much like Superman, is powered and rejuvenated by the Earth's sun. Adversaries. Super Soldier's primary nemesis is the Green Skull, an amalgamation of Lex Luthor and the Red Skull. The Green Skull, real name Lex Luthor, is a wealthy industrialist and a Third Reich supporter. This character combines Lex Luthor's cunning and intellect with the Red Skull's association with World War II and the Nazis. Storylines. In the Super Soldier, Man of War comic, we get an in-depth look at Super Soldier's involvement in World War II, his confrontations with the Green Skull, and his leadership of the All-Star Winter Squadron, an amalgam of DC's All-Star Winter Squadron, and Marvel's Invaders. The comic follows Super Soldier through various wartime battles, showcasing his courage, determination, and unwavering sense of justice. While the setting is primarily the World War II era, nods to other parts of Superman and Captain America's lore, from supporting characters to secret bases, are sprinkled throughout. Super Soldier is a symbolic representation of the best of both the Marvel and DC universes. By merging the steadfast determination and historic roots of Captain America with the nearly god-like powers and alien origin of Superman, the Amalgam universe presented readers with a hero that feels both comfortably familiar and refreshingly new. It's a testament to the innovative ways in which two distinct mythologies can be seamlessly woven together. Dark Claw, a combination of Batman, DC, and Wolverine, Marvel. Logan Wayne, after witnessing his parents' death and serving in the military, becomes the Dark Claw. Dark Claw is another intriguing character from the Amalgam universe, resulting from the fusion of two of the most popular and dark characters from DC and Marvel, Batman, Bruce Wayne, and Wolverine, Logan, real name, Logan Wayne. Origin. Dark Claw's backstory seamlessly blends elements from both Batman's and Wolverine's histories. As a child, Logan witnessed his parents' murder in front of him in an alley, a traumatic event reminiscent of Bruce Wayne's early tragedy. After the death of his parents, Logan is sent to live with his uncle in Alberta, Canada. His uncle is later murdered by poachers, further paralleling Logan's life filled with tragedy. Later, Logan enlists in the Royal Canadian Air Force, partnering with Creed H. Quinn. Both are subjected to the Weapon X program, an attempt to bond the indestructible metal adamantium to human bones. While Logan survives and becomes Dark Claw, Creed becomes his arch nemesis, Hyena, an amalgamation of Sabretooth and the Joker. Logan adopts the name Dark Claw to wage a war on crime, using his enhanced abilities and his detective skills. Appearance. Dark Claw's costume is a blend of Batman's dark, menacing look and Wolverine's blue and yellow colors. He has a cowl similar to Batman's, but with Wolverine's distinct pointed mask design on top. His suit is primarily blue and yellow, adorned with a utility belt, and features retractable adamantium claws. Wolverine's signature weapon, powers, and abilities. Dark Claw possesses Wolverine's mutant abilities, superhuman senses, an accelerated healing factor that allows him to recover from almost any injury, and retractable adamantium-laced claws that can cut through almost anything. Trained in various forms of combat and being a skilled detective, Logan has peak human physical conditioning, similar to Batman. His alter ego, Artist Patch Malone, allows him to gather information from the criminal underworld. This is a nod to Wolverine's undercover identity patch in the Marvel Universe. Adversaries. Dark Claw's primary nemesis is the Hyena, Creed H. Quinn, an insane killer with a laugh, inducing toxin reminiscent of the Joker's madness combined with Sabretooth's brutality and regenerative abilities. Their conflict is rooted deeply, not just from their shared history with the Weapon X program, but also from a personal hatred and rivalry that echoes both Batman's conflict with the Joker and Wolverine's with Sabretooth storylines. In Legends of the Dark Claw, readers are treated to Dark Claw's battle against the hyena and his attempt to thwart his murderous spree. The comic uses a narrative style that echoes Batman's dark and detective-centered stories, while incorporating elements from Wolverine's world, including cameos from amalgamated characters and references to their shared past. The comic, while action-packed, delves deep into the psyche of Logan Wayne, examining the traumas that shaped him and the relentless drive that pushes him to combat the criminal underworld. Dark Claw is a compelling example of how two characters, each with their own distinct darkness and pain, can be blended into a singular, even darker entity. His world marries the noir and detective-driven environment of Gotham with the gritty, often brutal world Logan occupies, giving fans a hero that's as much about the inner demons as the external ones he faces. This character was a favorite among many during the Amalgam Comics crossover due to its thoughtful fusion of the Bat and the Wolverine. Amazon, a mix of Wonder Woman, DC, and Storm, Marvel. Ororo is the princess of Themyscira and wields a powerful hammer. Amazon is the Amalgam Universe's blend of DC's Wonder Woman, Diana Prince, and Marvel's Storm, Ororo Monroe. This fusion results in a powerful and regal character that combines elements of divinity and nature. Real name: Princess Ororo of Themyscira. Origin: the background story for Amazon interweaves the rich histories of both Wonder Woman and Storm. Ororo is a mutant with the ability to manipulate the weather, similar to Storm's powers in the Marvel Universe. She's born as a princess in Themyscira, the island of the Amazons, drawing from Wonder Woman's origin. After a forbidden affair between her mother, Queen Hippolyta, and the African wind god, Ororo is born. This combines the divine origin of Diana, born of Hippolyta and sometimes associated with a godly origin, with the African roots of Storm. Ororo, much like Diana in the DC universe, is chosen as her island's ambassador to the outside world, taking on the mantle of Amazon. Appearance: Amazon's attire merges Wonder Woman's armor and Storm's classic outfit. She dons a silver tiara, arm cuffs, and a variation of the iconic Wonder Woman bodice, but also features elements that recall Storm's heritage, including a cape reminiscent of Storm's. She also wields a powerful weapon, a hammer called the Stormcaster, which seems to be a fusion of Storm's weather-controlling abilities and the mystic weaponry often associated with Wonder Woman's universe, powers, and abilities. As a mutant, Amazon has the power to manipulate weather patterns, summon wind, rain, thunder, and lightning, and fly, powers intrinsic to Storm. Drawing from Wonder Woman's side, Amazon possesses superhuman strength, agility, and endurance. She's also a skilled warrior trained by the Amazons of the Themyscira. The Stormcaster hammer amplifies her weather manipulation abilities, giving her a tool of immense power. Adversaries: one of the key adversaries Amazon faces is Poseidon, who, in the Amalgam Universe, becomes a mix of Marvel's villain Attuma and DC's Poseidon. Their conflict brings forth elements of the sea against Amazon's atmospheric and terrestrial prowess. Storylines: in the Amazon comic, Princess Aurora's journey to the world of men is detailed, focusing on her experiences as an ambassador and a hero. As she encounters new challenges, her dual nature as both a goddess and a mutant plays a central role in the narrative. Themes of acceptance, duty, and the balancing of power are prevalent, capturing the essence of both Wonder Woman's and Storm's traditional stories. Her association with the JLX Justice League X-Men amalgamation is also worth noting, where she interacts with other amalgamated characters and faces threats that require a blend of their combined skills. Amazon is a majestic blend of two of the most powerful female characters in comic book history. By bringing together the divine warrior spirit of Wonder Woman and the regal, elemental nature of Storm, the Amalgam universe created a character that radiates power, grace, and leadership. Her stories emphasize the importance of understanding oneself, finding balance, and standing strong against adversity. Spider-Boy, a fusion of Spider-Man, Marvel, and Superboy. DC, Pete Ross gets combined powers of Spider-Man and Superboy. Spider-Boy is a character from the Amalgam universe that combines elements from both Marvel's Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and DC's Superboy, Von Els Connor Kent. Real name, Pete Ross. Origin. Spider-Boy's origin takes elements from both Spider-Man's and Superboy's backgrounds. Pete Ross is an intern for the Daily Bugle from Spider-Man's universe and is present during a demonstration on the effects of magnetism, a genetic experiment with a spider, evoking the radioactive spider that bit Peter Parker, gets exposed to a strange radiation, turning it into the Bizarre Age, a combination of Spider-Man's Carnage and DC's Bizarro. This creature bites Pete, granting him his unique powers. Unlike Spider-Man, who gets his powers mainly from the spider bite, Spider-Boy's abilities are a combination of the spider bite and the effect of Project Cadmus's genetic experiments, a nod to Superboy's origin. Appearance. Spider-Boy's attire is a blend of Spider-Man's classic suit and elements of Superboy's costume. He wears a red and blue jumpsuit that has the familiar web pattern associated with Spider-Man. The suit also has a large spider emblem that extends across the chest and back, reminiscent of some of Superboy's larger shield designs. Powers and abilities. Spider-Boy possesses the wall-crawling abilities of Spider-Man, allowing him to adhere to most surfaces. He also has a tactile telekinesis, a power borrowed from Superboy. This not only mimics Spider-Man's super strength and agility, but also lets him simulate a form of web swinging as he uses his telekinesis to stick to surfaces in the air. He doesn't have Spider-Man's traditional web shooters or the spider sense. Adversaries. As with other Amalgam characters, Spider-Boy's Rogues Gallery is a blend of enemies from both universes. Bizarnage. As mentioned, this creature is a fusion of Carnage and Bizarro. It's the distorted creature that gives Pete his powers and later becomes a formidable adversary. King Lizard, an amalgamation of Spider-Man's, the Lizard, and DC's King Shark. Other enemies include the Scavelture, a blend of Spider-Man's Vulture and DC's Scavenger, and others that bring in elements from both heroes' rogues galleries. Storylines. In Spider-Boy comics, readers witness Pete Ross's adventures as he grapples with his newfound powers and faces off against various villains. The narrative threads often blend the youthful energy and challenges of both Spider-Man and Superboy, from dealing with high school and personal dilemmas to confronting powerful enemies. He also has ties with the Legion of Galactic Guardians 2099, an amalgamation of Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy 2099 characters and DC's Legion of Superheroes. Spider-Boy is an energetic, youthful hero that brings together the relatable challenges and heroism of Peter Parker and the unique powers and origins of Kal-El. The fusion creates a character that is both familiar and fresh, showcasing how two beloved young heroes can be merged into an exciting new entity. Doctor Strangelove, a combination of Doctor Strange, Marvel, Dr. Fate, DC, and Charles Xavier, Marvel. He's one of the most powerful sorcerers in the Amalgam universe. Doctor Strange-Fate is one of the most powerful and enigmatic characters from the Amalgam universe, being an amalgamation of Marvel's Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange, DC's Dr. Fate, Tent Nelson, and also elements of Charles Xavier, Professor X from the X-Men. Real name: Charles Xavier. Origin: Doctor Strange-Fate's background combines elements from the three characters. Charles Xavier, much like his Marvel counterpart, is a powerful telepath. However, in the Amalgam universe, Xavier seeks out mystical artifacts and becomes the apprentice to Nabu the Ancient One. This is a fusion of Doctor Strange's mentor, the Ancient One, and Dr. Fate's mentor, Nabu. Under Nabu, the Ancient One's guidance, Xavier becomes the mystical protector Dr. Strange-Fate. Appearance: Dr. Strange-Fate dons a costume that is primarily reminiscent of Dr. Fate's attire, especially the iconic golden helmet and cape. However, elements of Doctor Strange's classic blue outfit and the Eye of Agamotto, referred to as the Amulet of Anubis in the Amalgam universe, are evident. Powers and abilities: as one would expect from an amalgamation of such powerful characters, Doctor Strange-Fate is immensely powerful. He has the combined magical abilities of both Doctor Strange and Dr. Fate. He possesses the telepathic abilities of Charles Xavier, making him a formidable psychic force. His primary base of operations is the Tower of Strange-Fate, a mystical stronghold that combines elements of Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum and Dr. Fate's Tower. Adversaries: Doctor Strange-Fate's enemies are as varied and powerful as he is, given his unique position in the Amalgam universe. One of his primary adversaries is Skulk, a fusion of Marvel's Hulk, Bruce Banner, and DC's Solomon Grundy. Another significant foe is the White Witch, a blend of Marvel's Umar, sister to Dormammu, and DC's Zatanna. Storylines: in Doctor Strange-Fate comics, the character's central role in the Amalgam universe is showcased. Strange-Fate is presented as a linchpin of the amalgamated world, and the narrative touches upon his efforts to keep the combined universe intact. The comic delves deep into his pursuit of knowledge, his battles against dark forces, and the complex nature of his existence. The character also plays a significant role in the broader storyline of the Amalgam universe, actively trying to prevent the universes from being pulled apart and return to their separate existences. He even goes as far as to employ the services of various Amalgam characters to ensure the continued existence of the Amalgam universe. Doctor Strange-Fate is a testament to the vast potential of the Amalgam universe. By blending three of the most powerful and cerebral characters from Marvel and DC, the result is a character that is steeped in mystery, magic, and moral complexity. His role as the guardian of the combined universe's reality adds layers to his narrative, making him not just a protector of the physical realm, but of the very fabric of the universe's continuity. Iron Lantern, a blend of Iron Man, Marvel, and Green Lantern, DC, Hal Stark builds a suit powered by an alien battery. Iron Lantern is a fusion of two iconic figures from Marvel and DC, Iron Man, Tony Stark, and Green Lantern, Hal Jordan. The combination of technological prowess with cosmic-powered artifacts offers a unique and intriguing take on superheroism in the Amalgam universe. Real name, Hal Stark. Origin. Iron Lantern's background marries the stories of Tony Stark and Hal Jordan seamlessly. Hal Stark is a billionaire industrialist and owner of Stark Aircraft. This background obviously combines Tony Stark's business acumen and Hal Jordan's aviation roots. During a test flight of an experimental aircraft, Stark is injured by a malfunctioning magnetic guidance system. He lands on a remote location and finds the wreckage of an alien spacecraft, blending Iron Man's origin, where Stark is injured and captured, with Green Lantern's discovery of a Ben Sur's crashed ship. To save his own life and escape, Stark uses the ship's wreckage to construct a suit of powered armor. Within the armor, he incorporates a battery found in the ship, which he soon discovers has otherworldly properties. This battery, a combination of Iron Man's arc reactor and Green Lantern's power ring battery, fuels the Iron Lantern armor. Appearance. The Iron Lantern suit is a merger of Iron Man's armor and the Green Lantern's costume aesthetics. The suit is primarily green and silver, built with a sleek design that evokes the high-tech look of Iron Man suits, but adorned with the emblematic lantern symbol on the chest. Powers and abilities. Hal Stark's suit grants him a multitude of powers similar to both Iron Man and Green Lantern. These include flight, superhuman strength, and a variety of energy-based weapons and tools. Much like Green Lantern's ring, the suit can create constructs powered by Stark's will and imagination. The suit also offers protective abilities, similar to Iron Man's armor, ensuring Stark's safety in combat and hostile environments. Adversaries. Iron Lantern's adversaries are combinations of villains from both Iron Man's and Green Lantern's rogues galleries. Mandarin Sinestro, a blend of Iron Man's Mandarin and Green Lantern's Sinestro. This villain possesses rings, each with a distinct power, echoing the Mandarin's 10 rings and Sinestro's power ring. Great White, an amalgamation of Marvel's Great White Shark and DC's King Shark. Madame Sapphire, a fusion of Iron Man's Madame Mask and Green Lantern's Star Sapphire. Storylines. In the Iron Lantern comic, the focus is primarily on Hal Stark's journey in mastering the powers of the suite and balancing his responsibilities as an industrialist and superhero. The narrative touches on his battles against powerful adversaries, corporate intrigue, and the challenges of wielding a cosmic-powered armor. The story captures the essence of Tony Stark's genius and personal struggles with Hal Jordan's sense of duty and the burdens of wielding immense power responsibly. Iron Lantern is a brilliant amalgamation of the technological and cosmic aspects of two iconic heroes. The blend offers a fresh perspective on the challenges of being a superhero, presenting a character who is both a tech genius and a guardian of cosmic order. By integrating elements of high-tech sci-fi and space opera, Iron Lantern stands out as one of the intriguing characters in the Amalgam universe. Thorion is an amalgamation of Marvel's Thor, the Norse god of thunder, and DC's Orion, one of the new gods from Jack Kirby's Fourth World Saga. The blending of these two characters creates a mighty and complex figure in the Amalgam universe. Real name: Thorion. Origin: The origin story of Thorion combines elements of both Thor and Orion's backgrounds. Thorion is a member of the New Asgods, a fusion of Marvel's Asgardians and DC's New Gods. This places him in a realm that combines both the majestic halls of Asgard and the advanced world of New Genesis. Much like Orion's story in DC, Thorion is sent to New Asgard by his father to serve as both a symbol of peace and to be raised away from the malevolent influence of his true heritage. This ties in with Orion being the son of Darkseid, but raised by Highfather on New Genesis. Elements of Thor's tale are also present, particularly in his demeanor, his sense of duty, and his legendary hammer. Appearance. Thorion's attire melds aspects of both Thor and Orion. He sports a helmet reminiscent of Thor's iconic winged helmet, but has a design and facial features that echo Orion. Instead of Mjolnir, Thorion wields the Astral Force hammer, which combines the appearance of Thor's hammer with the energy powers of Orion's Astral Force. Powers and abilities. Thorion possesses the godly strength, endurance, and combat skills of both Thor and Orion. He's a warrior of immense capability and bravery. The Astral Force hammer grants him the ability to manipulate powerful cosmic energy, allowing him to unleash devastating attacks, create protective barriers, and even use it for propulsion in space, similar to Orion's use of the Astral Force. Adversaries. Given the rich history of adversaries from both Thor and Orion's lore, Thorion faces a variety of foes. Look at DZ, a blend of Marvel's Loki, Thor's trickster brother, and DC's DZ, one of Darkseid's loyal minions. This character mixes Loki's cunning and mischief with Darkseid's sadistic tendencies. Searcher, an amalgamation of Marvel's fire demon, Searcher, and DC's Steppenwolf, one of Darkseid's elite generals. Storylines. In the Amalgam universe, Thorion's narrative revolves around his role as a peacemaker between the realms, his internal conflict regarding his true parentage, and his efforts to thwart schemes that threaten the cosmos. The story captures the essence of Thor's nobility and his relationship with his Asgardian brethren, coupled with Orion's tumultuous struggle with his dark lineage and his quest for peace and justice. Thorion is a majestic and complex character, blending the godly splendor and responsibilities of Thor with the cosmic drama and internal conflicts of Orion. His tale is a testament to the weight of legacy, the eternal battle between good and evil, and the potential for redemption and change. Combining Norse mythology with the epic space opera of Jack Kirby's Fourth World, Thorion's story is grand, timeless, and deeply engaging. Deedadai is an amalgamation of Marvel's Deadpool, Wade Wilson, and DC's Deadshot, Floyd Lawton. Both characters are known for their sharpshooting abilities, snarky attitudes, and morally complex backgrounds, making them prime candidates for combination in the Amalgam universe. Real name: Bill Lawton, or a similar combination depending on interpretations. Origin. The origin of Deedai would integrate elements from both Deadpool and Deadshot's backgrounds. Bill Lawton might have started as a soldier or mercenary who underwent experimental treatment, possibly to cure a terminal condition or to enhance his abilities, echoing Deadpool's origin story with the Weapon X program. The experiments could give him a healing factor similar to Deadpool's and perhaps scar him in the process, leading him to become a mask, wearing assassin for hire. Like Deadshot, Bill might have a tragic family background or issues, possibly involving a child or sibling, which gives him a more human side beneath the cynical mercenary exterior. Appearance. Deadeye's attire would be a fusion of Deadpool's full bodysuit and Deadshot's tactical armor, perhaps with Deadpool's signature red and black colors. He might sport a mask similar to Deadpool's, but with a targeting eyepiece reminiscent of Deadshot. Given both characters' affinity for firearms, Deadeye would be heavily armed with an array of guns, katanas, and possibly wrist-mounted weapons inspired by Deadshot, powers, and abilities. Deadeye would possess superb marksmanship skills, being one of the best sharpshooters in the Amalgam universe. A healing factor, borrowed from Deadpool, would allow him to recover from injuries at an accelerated rate, making him especially hard to kill. Like Deadpool, he might also have a penchant for breaking the fourth wall, adding a layer of meta humor to his character. Adversaries. Given the vast array of enemies both Deadpool and Deadshot have encountered, Deadeye would face a multitude of foes. Death Mask. Perhaps an amalgamation of Marvel's Taskmaster, who can mimic any fighting style he sees, and DC's Black Mask, a ruthless gangster. Slade the Terminator, a blend of Deadpool's often confused counterpart, Deathstroke Slade Wilson, and the Terminator. This could serve as a humorous nod to the similarities and mix-ups between Deathstroke and Deadpool. Storylines. Deadeye's stories could revolve around his life as a mercenary, taking on various assignments while grappling with his own morals and past traumas. Given Deadpool's comedic tendencies, there would be moments of dark humor interspersed with genuine character depth, reflecting Deadshot's sometimes tragic background. The narrative could touch upon his relationships with other Amalgam characters, his place in a world where he might be aware of his own fictional status, thanks to Deadpool's fourth wall-breaking tendencies and his ongoing battles against foes from both merged universes. Deadeye would represent the quintessential anti-hero, straddling the line between hero and villain, humor and tragedy. With sharp wit, even sharper shooting skills, and a complex moral compass, Deadeye would offer readers an exciting blend of action, drama, and dark comedy. Combining the best of both Deadpool and Deadshot, he would undoubtedly be a standout character in the Amalgam universe. The Skulk is an amalgamation of Marvel's Hulk, Bruce Banner, and DC's Solomon Grundy, a zombie, like Brute often associated with Batman and the Swamp Thing. Real name, Bruce Banner. Origin. Blending the origins of the Hulk and Solomon Grundy, Bruce Banner is a scientist who is involved in a gamma radiation experiment, mirroring the Hulk's original origin. Instead of transforming solely into the Hulk under duress or anger, the gamma radiation interacts uniquely with Banner's DNA and a swamp environment, transforming him into a Hulk. Grundy hybrid whenever he's emotionally stressed. The swamp association could be tied to the location of the experiment, or perhaps an element in the experiment itself, creating a connection to Solomon Grundy's rebirth in the swamp. Appearance. The Skulk would be a massive, hulking figure with grayish-green skin, combining the gray color associated with Solomon Grundy and the green of the Hulk. His physique would be reminiscent of the Hulk, but his face might have more zombie-like features reflecting Grundy's undead nature. Tattered clothing could cover parts of his body, similar to both the Hulk's torn pants and the rags worn by Solomon Grundy. Powers and abilities. Like both the Hulk and Solomon Grundy, the Skulk possesses immense strength and endurance. His might could potentially increase with his anger or emotional state, as is the case with the Hulk. Given Grundy's undead nature, Skulk might have some regenerative abilities or might be resistant to pain and injury. The Skulk could be less intelligent than Bruce Banner, possibly even more so than the Hulk, reflecting Grundy's limited cognitive abilities. Adversaries. Combining foes from both Hulk's and Solomon Grundy's universes. 2. Face Goblin. An amalgamation of Marvel's Green Goblin, Norman Osborn, and DC's Two-Face, Harvey Dent. This villain might have a split personality and use a combination of Goblin's gadgets and Two-Face's coin-based decision-making. Abominable Croc. A fusion of Marvel's Abomination, one of Hulk's most powerful foes, and DC's Killer Croc. This monstrous being would be a match for Skulk's strength and ferocity. Storylines. The Skulk's tales would primarily revolve around Bruce Banner's struggle with his transformation into the monstrous Skulk, echoing Hulk's stories of trying to find a cure and dealing with the consequences of his transformations. There could also be elements of horror and tragedy, drawing from Solomon Grundy's cursed existence. Bruce Banner might seek refuge or solutions in swampy environments, hoping to find answers to his condition. Along the way, he'd encounter various amalgamated heroes and villains, some wanting to help him, while others aim to exploit or destroy the Skulk. The Skulk is an exciting amalgamation of raw power and tragic existence. By combining the rage-fueled might of the Hulk with the cursed and melancholic life of Solomon Grundy, the Skulk offers a narrative filled with action, internal conflict, and the quest for redemption, or at least understanding. In the Amalgam universe, he'd be a formidable presence representing both unchecked strength and the heavy weight of a tortured soul. Night Creeper is an amalgamation of DC's Nightwing, Dick Grayson, formerly the first Robin, and Marvel's Nightcrawler, Kurt Wagner. Real name, Kurt Grayson. Origin. Blending elements from Nightwing and Nightcrawler's origins. Kurt Grayson was a star acrobat in a traveling circus, similar to Dick Grayson's early years with the Flying Graysons. A tragic event, like the murder of his parents during a performance, could set him on a path to becoming a hero. Somehow, perhaps due to a genetic mutation or an event in his life, Kurt possesses the teleportation abilities and appearance of Nightcrawler. Kurt could have been taken in by an amalgamated version of Batman and Professor X, training him to hone his skills both as a fighter and in controlling his mutant powers, setting him on his path as the Night Creeper. Appearance. Night Creeper would likely have Nightcrawler's blue skin, tail, and demonic appearance, but wear a costume that merges the designs of both Nightwing and Nightcrawler. The iconic Nightwing emblem might be present, but adjusted to incorporate elements that suggest Nightcrawler's teleportation powers and abilities. Night Creeper would be a highly skilled acrobat and hand-to-hand combatant, drawing from Dick Grayson's years of training. He would also have Nightcrawler's teleportation abilities, allowing him to bamf short distances in puffs of smoke and brimstone. Night Creeper's prehensile tail and wall-climbing abilities from Nightcrawler would be present, further enhancing his agility and combat prowess. Adversaries. Blending foes from both Nightwing's and Nightcrawler's universes. Mystique Talon, a combination of Marvel's Shapeshifter, Mystique, and one of the Talons from DC's Court of Owls. This adversary would be a master of disguise and a deadly assassin. Arcade Jester, merging the trickster antics of DC's Joker with the deadly game designs of Marvel's Arcade, this villain would be unpredictable and enjoy putting Night Creeper through torturous scenarios. Storylines. Night Creeper stories would revolve around Kurt Grayson's quest for justice, influenced by his tragic past and his unique abilities. His adventures could take him through the dark alleys of an amalgamated Gotham-like city, while also delving into mutant rights issues reminiscent of X-Men stories. Themes of identity, belonging, and grappling with one's appearance in a judgmental world could be central to his narrative. Additionally, Night Creeper might often team up with other amalgamated heroes, serving as a bridge between street-level crime fighting and more significant global threats due to his mutant background. Night Creeper would stand out in the Amalgam universe as a dynamic and multifaceted hero. By blending the heart and training of Nightwing with the unique powers and challenges faced by Nightcrawler, Night Creeper stories would be a mix of thrilling action, detective work, and introspective exploration of what it means to be different in a world that often fears the unfamiliar. Storylines. The Amalgam titles were presented as if they had been in publication for decades, with the events of the DC vs. Marvel miniseries acting as a meta-explanation for their first-time appearance in the real world. Therefore, each issue was a number one, but it included faux letter columns, references to past issues, and sometimes even next issue promises. Some story arcs and themes explored in the Amalgam Universe comics include Super Soldier, Man of War, explores super soldiers' origins during World War II and his battles against the Axis powers and his main nemesis, the Green Skull, a mix of Lex Luthor and Red Skull. Dark Claw Adventures follows the adventures of Dark Claw and his sidekick Sparrow, a mix of Robin and Jubilee, as they take on the villainous hyena, Joker Zabretooth. Amazon follows the journey of Princess Aurora of Themyscira. Dr. Strangefate details the powerful sorcerer's mission to keep the Amalgam universe intact, knowing the two original universes exist and must be kept merged to protect his existence. Assassins focuses on the characters Dare, Deathstroke Daredevil, and Katsei, Elektra Catwoman, as they navigate through a world of intrigue and danger. There were many other storylines, each providing a unique perspective on this amalgamated universe. The Amalgam Universe was a unique and brief event in comic book history that showcased the collaboration between the two largest comic book publishers. While it was a short-lived experiment, it remains a fond memory for many comic book fans and a testament to the endless possibilities when creators from different worlds come together.